Hi guys, Doe here, and I am bringing you some FIFA 14. I've built a squad for around about 25k. Well, that's how much I paid for it, but through this market crash, you'll probably be able to get about 2k off of it, maybe a little bit less. But it's a pretty solid team, to be honest. I've lost, I think, 4 games with it out of the 14 I've played, so it's good. It is a good team. It's a hybrid between Liga BBV, Liga Portuguesa, Premier League, and Serie A, or what I made it to be was a Brazilian French, and then an exception for Courtois because he linked up with 2 centre backs there. It's a fairly cheap team. It's set from 1 player, which was the left winger Willian, which I managed to get during the market crash because he was quite cheap. 15k I spent on him. Yeah, so our first player we have is Courtois, 1,300. He's a pretty good keeper, to be honest. I would say I've had a lot of experiences where he can't really catch the ball, but to be honest, he saves quite a lot. He's done quite well. And saved me quite a lot, actually. He's a really good player. Definitely good. Oops. Next we have our right back Debuchy for 750. He's got a high attacking, medium defensive work rate. He's got nice kind of average stats. Quite good for a defender. And he's just been really solid. It's fairly solid that for seeing. You usually think it wasn't, but next we have Matthew. He is quite good for how cheap he is. It's surprisingly a high attacking work rate. I have no idea how, but he's very good tackling. But that pace, I thought he'd feel quite quick. That's really good for a defender, but it doesn't actually feel like that. Yeah, keeps his back four very solid and very nice. He's very good. Next we have Miranda. He hasn't really stood out much in the defense, but he does the job, does it well, and it's very cheap, 950 as well. Next we have Alexandro. He's fairly good. With his high attacking work rate, he always runs down the wing and he always makes options available. He manages to always reach up to Willian as well. They seem to link up really well. After that, we have Pogba. He's an all-round 70 to 80 rated player. This wasn't the player that I played most of the games in. As you can see, unlike other games, he's only played 2 for my club. And like the rest playing 14, or like William, I think it's 9. Yeah, I used to have Diaby. He was cheap, wasn't very good, and just kind of was there. Didn't really do much, but I haven't really paid enough to be able to say anything about Pogba, to be honest. And then at the other centre midfielder, we have Paulinho. I'm not really sure about him because he doesn't really stand out as well. He's one of those players that just does the job, and you can't really think he's any better than what he does or any worse. And he's got high attacking, so he's always there. He's always given an option, and he's quite cheap, 1,500. He's a very good player. Let's have a absolute tank for a non-rare Zogbia. His shooting is just unbelievable. I can't believe how many goals I've scored with him. Just from, well, I've scored 4, you can see there. But they were all edge of the box, outside the box stuff. And he's just a class player. He's took a couple of free kicks. The reason why I'm saying this is because this is a different Nzogbi. I had him in another team before this. It was a French team. And I just remember him standing out quite a lot. He doesn't stand out as much as this because it's not that. It's because the other team was like a non-rare, not really amazing, but it did the job. This one isn't the same really. It's a lot higher rated players, a lot better players, but he's actually really good, and I think a lot of people overlook him, I suppose. And now we have the pace abuser. Well, I just have to run down the line with him. 96 pace, it's unbelievable. And he has very good dribbling, which helps when you're cutting inside it and stuff like that. But he's awful at finishing, absolutely shocking. Tried so many simple shots with him, he just can't score. Yet he has managed to score 8 goals for my team. I have no idea how. He's always there. He's always got good position. 950 coin, very cheap. And then we have the main man. This player is just really good. He's honestly one of my favourite players on FIFA 14 so far. Remy, he's just unbelievable. He's always given options. You could just play it through ball, he's straight on it, and he's finished it within no time. It's just really good. Yeah, and then we have the expensive one here. Got him because of the link up between Remy and the left back Alexandro, and also Paulinho. Whereas like someone else wouldn't have linked up. William was the only player that you could really get that would link up. He's, from the games I've played with him, he's unbelievable. He is actually another great player and will definitely be remembered. He manages to just always coincide. He's got that extra bit of acceleration on everyone else. He plays amazing. He's weak foot as well. It's 4-star. Well, and what do you expect? It's a really good team. I do enjoy playing with it most of the time. But yeah, gonna get into some games now.
Team really defending for all their worth. Splendid goal here. Well, that's a great goal for the club. That could be the goal. In with a chance, and it's a goal. It's important for the players to keep their concentration now because they're challenged quickly by the opposition. Tracking well here. This is the chance.
We've learned most of what we know. Recently, we've waded a little way up, maybe ankle deep, and the water seems inviting.
Excellent positioning.
Some part of our being knows this is where we came from. We long to return. And we can, because the cosmos is also within us. We're